This Shakhtar team, champions of Europe, and we still beat Dynamo Kyiv.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe challenge. And welcome back to your European champions, Shakhtar Donetsk. We have done it. How many times I said that yesterday, I don't know. It was absolutely incredible. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, go and watch it. It was probably the greatest episode ever made on this channel. But yes, we did win the Champions League. Finally, we did it after 8 years. So 2 years delay for the 6 years that I said we could do it in. Not bad at all. We finally got our hands on the trophy. Very, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, in today's episode, we're going to just, debrief after everything that happened. An incredible day for the club and everyone involved and everyone who's been a part of this journey. Absolutely incredible. We're going to go and take a look at the team, how it's looking now, what we'll be leaving behind here at Shakhtar when we go to Las Palmas, which will be hopefully some point in the middle of the season. Obviously now it's just a bit of a period where we have to wait, but we're going to have some good episodes, and especially this episode is going to be a really good one. We'll take a look at the squad and also some new signings, players who we've brought in. We want to leave this club in a good state for whoever is fortunate enough to come and inherit it. So today's episode, we've got 2 games, the Super Cup final, potentially our final one, hopefully our final one. I'm sick of seeing this competition, honestly. We come up against Dynamo Kyiv, who beat us one time. They didn't beat us another time, but they have beaten us one time on penalties, I think it was, and then we've lost twice to Dnipro as well. But apart from that, we have won it 5 times, and then if we take a look at the other competitions as well, the Ukrainian Cup, we have won that. If we go to 2036, we have won that 6 times, so that's 5 Super Cups, 6 Ukrainian Cups, and then 7 First Division titles, I think. If you take a look, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 Super Cups, 6 Ukrainian Cups, 8 league titles, and most importantly, 1 Champions League. Very, very impressive stuff that we've managed to do here with Shakhtar Donetsk. Are we on the Legends list? Let's go and take a look. We go up to 6th place. 6th place. At the top is Dericho Cerna, who, if you know anything about him, he was actually, I believe he was the captain in when Shakhtar won the Europa League back in 2009. I know for a fact he was the man of the match in this game here, and now he's been our director of football all the way since 2023 for 20 years, and 20 years in, he's managed to win the Champions League, the absolute, epitome of Shakhtar Donetsk, and he's been an absolute legend as part of this club and everything that it's managed to achieve. Take a look at who else has made this list down here. We've got Lozano, who's only made favoured personnel. That's crazy. He's been arguably the best player we've had at this club. He's the biggest name I think we have at this club. He is going to get a big move in due process. Leandro Santos gets ahead of him, and Neto, the 2 Brazilians who we signed. Very, very good players. I'm surprised they get ahead, but they were a key part of this process. They played so many games for us in those attacking areas. Really, really good players, and they did a lot of the initial work to get us to this stage. Zeldon Rust is there, of course. He will be still playing with us today. We've also got Shevchenko, who only makes the icon list. No idea how. Kuzmanik only makes the icon list behind Georgi Sudaikov, who was also a key part of everything that we've done here, but didn't really stay too long, only the first season. Who else? Anyone on here that we know? Rysakov has managed to get on the Legends list ahead of Kuzmanik and Shevchenko, but very good player, came through the academy and played nearly 300 league games. He has gone and left us now, and then that's everyone who we've had to deal with. In terms of transfers that we've made, players who have left us, Rysakov has left us. He's gone on a free transfer. It was already agreed he was never going to re-sign, and he's gone over now to Alwada, who, if we go and take a look, is Thiago Motta still there? No, he isn't. Is he retired? I have a feeling he might have retired, and his replacement it will have been, Thiago Motta has retired, and his replacement will have been Dmitry Rysakov. It's a shame we lost Motta, really, but I guess he went and moved there, and he gave us a lot of money and spent the rest of his career. Why not? We've also got who's left us. There's been a few boys who've gone out on loan. Lind has left us. David Lind Haaland has gone to RB Leipzig. As you can see there, I'm a bit gutted it was RB Leipzig. With the only two players I was willing to sell, I didn't want to sell anyone because I just wanted to keep players here, so the next manager can kind of, have all of them at his disposal, and he can sell who he wants. The only two players I would sell would be Lind and Palladino because they weren't there last year's. Now, you might think, how is Palladino on his last year? That's because when I signed him, I only gave him a 3-year contract. I never even realised because usually he just defaults to 5 years, but I guess not. I would have liked Ling to go somewhere else. I actually accepted an offer from Real Sociedad for like 60 million with installments, but he wanted RB Leipzig. It's not the worst team to go to, but I guess a lot of their success has come from the money. I guess you could argue that with us, but he's gone to a good club. He has gone to a very, very good club who obviously won their fair share of Champions Leagues now and should be contesting. I'm sure he'll get a big move to an even bigger club after that, potentially. A Real Madrid when he hits the prime of his career. That was an offer we had, but just didn't put the money on the table that RB Leipzig did. We have made a profit from it. That is a nice 80 million, especially because the owner has decided to stop investing as much money. Literally last year he did it, so it was now or never to win the Champions League, and we did do it. And now we don't get as much investment, but I'm sure he's not bothered because he knows all of his investment has gone into winning this Champions League. We've got two new players who have joined us on a free transfer. Brandon Peter has joined us. He's a French international. He's played 330 games for Rennes, as you can see there. Overall, looking like a decent player who can play in a number of positions. Lots of caps for the French national team. Was he part of the team that will have won I think they won a Euros or a World Cup a few years ago. If we go and take a look, World Cup winners in 2042. So he will have been a part of that. And then they went and got relegated. Is that the Nations League? I have a feeling it might have been. Yeah, it is the Nations League. They got relegated from that. So yeah, he was a part of the World Cup winners. So very, very impressive stuff. And they won it in 2026, and maybe a part of that. But yeah, very impressive player that we've managed to get there on a free. And then another midfielder we brought in. We've managed to bring in a player called Carlos Alberto Lopez Silva. Very, very Brazilian name. He goes by China. He comes in Flamengo, where he started, went into a Liverpool player for 4 years, and now has joined us for a fee of like 18 or 16.25 million. Very technical player overall, looking very, very good, and that is a nice deal, a good player to go and bring in there. So that's that. I can't believe we won that Champions League. Absolutely incredible. And now it's just about relishing these final few moments with Shakhtar Donetsk before we set sail to the island of Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, to go and complete this Corners of Europe challenge. What a time it's been. 3 months in the making, and that trophy is for the fans who've been watching along the way. It's been a tough 3 months, but we did it. We did it, and we are now European champions. It's the Super Cup final, the first one of the day against Dynamo Kyiv. So the team for this Super Cup final, we're a little bit thin on the ground because we've got a few players out with injury and we haven't signed as many. I mean, we've only got rid of one player, I feel like it's been, but in Rysakov and also Lind as well, and then brought in 2 replacements. It must have been, we literally must have had 6 players on the bench last year. It's crazy, how we did that, if we did do that. I feel like it was more, but I don't know. I really don't know. The team starts with McGonagall in goal, a backline of Cambindo, Lozano, Lebedev and Hrakov. China and Puchkov in the middle. We've got Peter and Jean on the wings. Shevchenko and Zaldenrust up top. You will notice it's a little bit more of an advanced system. That's one, because of the players that we have, and two, because we need to play Ukrainians in this. You might see it a bit more defensive in the other Super Cup final. And 3 is because we're playing a bit of a higher line. I want to try and see how it goes, because I think it could work with this team, because we did it anyway last year, and it just makes sense to go and get those midfielders advanced. You can see the triangles, what we're trying to do. Let's get straight into this Super Cup final day. Kick off here in this Super Cup final, potentially our final one. As I say, I wouldn't like to spend another season here, because we'd obviously just like to move on now. We've done our job, and that's that really. But it's been an incredible journey for all the players who've been here along the way. Rysakov might not be with us anymore. Kuzminik, that's another player who, he's obviously retired now, and I think we can go and sign him actually as a scout if we go and take a look. He said he wanted to stay at the club, but I'm not sure. I clicked on his name straight after he retired. Yeah, as you can see there, he's cut all his hair off. Wait, is that Rysakov? Not Rysakov, Kuzminik. I don't know what's gone on. Where's all his hair gone? I don't know why he's cut it off, but I guess that is literally what he's done. He's cut it off in his older age of 35. The afro is not as stylish anymore. The big curly hair. Wow, that's interesting that he's decided to do that. But yeah, he has gone and retired. Obviously, he said he wanted to stay at the club, but I guess not. Maybe he'll come back, probably not. But it's been an incredible journey with Rysakov, with Kuzminik, Shevchenko's still here, and all those boys who've been a part of it. You know, those Ukrainian front three were the epitome of everything that we did. But there's been so many big names that we've had along the way. You know, Camindo, Lozano, Souza, Ikac, Felipe Anderson. That right centre back role, we never seemed to get nailed down until we found Ikac. You know, at right back, Cortazar, the biggest signing we ever made, 107 million I think I spent. It was literally just an impulsive signing. I saw the scouting report, and he had a release clause of that much, 107 million. I thought, should we just go do it? Shall we just go do it? And I signed him. I signed him like so many months before the transfer window even opened. So it was a very, very risky move, but it's paid off. I'd argue he's been our, you know, the big game player that we've had at the club. He's been involved in absolutely everything. You know, he scored in the first Champions League final. He created the first goal in the second Champions League final. And can I say, by the way we played in that final yesterday was absolutely incredible. You know, the first goal, it came exactly how I said. That triangle, you know, Cortazar, Rudenko and Palladino all combining into the middle. Who was there? Yaroslav Shevchenko, and then the second goal. I told Rodrigo to sit inside, you know, just tuck in a little bit, and he's gone and scored and made it 2-0. And, you know, Lynn got sent off. That isn't the reason why we've sold him, but he did get sent off, and it was a bit of ill discipline. But at the end of the day, he's gone and done that, made a mistake. We have to fight to win it for him, and, you know, win it for the whole team, and go and make up for his mistake. And we did just that, and we got over the line. It was an intense final few moments, but we did it, and we can never have that taken away from us. That moment in history, it's an incredible achievement, and it's the, you know, the biggest, the toughest and biggest task we had here as part of the Corners of Europe journey, and we managed to go and complete it. It was absolutely incredible. You know, it was up there with how Tromsø was, how special Tromsø was. We'll look back at this. You know, at the start of our time in Shakhtar, we looked back a lot on how Tromsø were doing, and it's not to say that we don't do that still, but we went and created our own special memories here. It was absolutely incredible, and that's why we've gone on and won the Champions League, and we will leave with very, very fond memories of this club, and it's incredible, absolutely incredible. We make it 1-1 here in this Super Cup final. It's Puchkov with the goal, who scored. You know, that he scored. He didn't score, but he had an incredible game when he came on. He came on in that final and was just absolutely incredible. He had chances to score goals. Wasn't able to put them away, but more importantly, the role he played in place of Lind was absolutely incredible. So good from him. And a player who didn't play, Jean, very unfortunate to miss out, but obviously he got his hands on the medal in the end. He can't complain at all. You know, we've not had as many offers for these players, and they've not complained as much. But about leaving, Lind did complain, said he wanted to go and leave to a bigger club. I don't know how or why, considering we are now the #1 ranked team in Europe in the coefficients. We went up from 8th to 1st, which probably makes sense considering we made 2 finals in the last 5 years, 2 finals, a quarter final, a round of 16, and a semi-final. I think we've done. So, you know, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So it's crazy that they still want to leave, but they probably will leave when I go. I hope the next manager is smart and sells them for a lot of money, because we've signed a lot of these players for. I mean, if we can go and take a look at actually how much we spent on them, it must be close to 1 billion, probably 1 billion we've spent, which we have to be grateful to the owner for. But at least we've gone and paid him back and done it. You know, when it's money coming from a local businessman, we're not going to complain at all. So 78 plus, that's like what, 300 450, 600, and then we've spent a lot of money. 600, we've spent how much? 830, and then we've spent here like a billion and I don't even know what is it, a billion and 70 million, and then here another, I don't even know what would that be anymore, a billion and 200 million, something like that. Yeah, that's literally it. These were our first signings. A billion and 200, 1.2 billion, that's what I'm trying to say. And these were our first signings we ever made. Mauro Couto was the first one, and he was a part, in that first season. He played a part in, settling down here in Shakhtar. Got 10 league goals, I think he did. He was a very, very, no, he got 10 no, he did get 10 league goals, and he got a few goals in the Champions League as well. He was a very, very good player. It's just a shame how he really slowed down at the end of his career, but we can't complain. What a career it was, and a very, very legendary player as part of this challenge as well. So yeah, we've done it. There's nothing more to really do now. It's just to enjoy these final few days. We do actually have the Super Cup final, which will be a game we want to win. We're coming up against Man United. Dmitry Popov, he's a player. So we had two loan players as well. I'm starting to remember now. So even though two players have left on transfers, Kuzminik's retired, and we also had Emerson and Popov who picked up medals. So that's why they're not. We have a smaller squad, but we've not been able to recognise that. Now we have. We come up against Popov and Man United. I would like to win that final, obviously, because it's another European trophy, and it would be nice to get that. Get that one. Man United are a team who in our first Champions League season we actually played. We lost 5-3 at home. It was the first big European team, I'd argue, that we played in. And it was a tough game. It was a tough game, but we learnt a lot of lessons in that game. And I think scoring 3 goals as well, it was a sign of things to come. The attacking displays that we could put in. And this game will be a tough game, definitely. Obviously, we've got a lot of new players who are not here anymore, and it will be tough to be without them. But we're playing good football. We lead here in this Super Cup final. Peter in China, what a ball that is. Jean in for 3-1, and Jean scores to make it 3-1 here in this Super Cup final. We don't stop. We don't stop at all. This Shakhtar team, champions of Europe, and we still beat Dynamo Kyiv. It's 3-1 in the NSC Olimpijski. We're not going to a penalty shootout this time. We are getting this done nice and early so we can just get this team rested. We've got a league game in between, and then we've got that Super Cup final where we go to Stuttgart for a big stadium, like 60,000 seater, quite an old stadium. I think it is 60,000. It will be a very, very good game to go and play in there. Strakov finds himself on the ball. Are we on for 4-0 here? Puchkov, what a shot that is, and it's a save from the Kiev goalkeeper there. By the way, can I just say, Peter in China, what a game they've had. Peter's on, it's his first goal involvement of his time here, but in China, he's already got his first goal involvements for the club, as you can see here. And in this game, he's got, I don't know, a goal and assist, or he's got two assists. So a very creative player that we've got here. He can create those chances, and playing from the midfield, he's a part of that triangle, and he's a bit more of an advanced profile compared to what Lin gave us. He can make up that triangle and sit on the edge of the area and create those chances. That is a horrible tackle from the Dynamo Kiev player, and you know what, if it's our final one, we might as well go and absolutely hammer Dynamo Kiev, these rivals. But I've got to say, at the end of the day, thank you to Dynamo Kiev. We've got this rivalry, the natural rivalry, and we're always going to go and be, we're always going to want to go and beat them. But at the end of the day, they've never stood in our way. They've always, been a team who have, just let us do our thing and they've let us beat them quite a few times. Let's put it that way. And for that, we can only thank them. They've been very, very important as part of this process, and they just let us do our thing and let us qualify for the Champions League. Never really contested us, but also gave us a tough game every now and again to keep us on our toes. They're one of the only teams who, in all of our years, have beaten us. If we go and take a look at the league table over the last few years, you can see how many losses we've had. Hardly any. So if we take a look, it's 2. You just have to look at the top team every time, by the way. So 4, 5, 7, 8, And that's it. We've only ever had 8 league losses in 8 seasons. Very, very impressive stuff. But they are one of the only teams to ever beat us domestically a few times as well, or it might be one time actually. That I know Dnipro beat us, Rock beat us, some other teams as well. But they were not as dominant as like Molde, for example. But I mean, when we won the Conference League with Tromsø, we completed a treble. We completed a treble with them. We went and completed that treble and stopped Molde dominance for the first time in quite well. It wasn't the first time in a long time, but the last time actually, because Molde have won every single league title since I've left. So Molde were a bit different. They were just boring at the end of the day. So boring to play against them. But Dynamo Kyiv, as big as they are, we got the better of them most times, and it looks like we're going to get the better of them once again. Our 6th Super Cup trophy. That's our 19th domestic trophy, and it takes us up to 20 trophies with Shakhtar Donetsk. Can we get a 5th goal? The ball into the middle. It falls out to Ikat here. The final moments of this Super Cup final, and potentially our final moments in the NSC Olimpijski Krakow down this right side. Can we get a whistle, ref? It's into Jean. Nothing comes from it. Is this going to be? Are we going to get a whistle? It's a long ball out. Maybe it's Cambindo. The final chances of our time here at the Olimpijski. Is there going to be one final goal? Krakow down this right side into Palladino. Palladino, can he release a shot? It falls back to Cambindo here. Cambindo, where will he go now? He cuts in into Zeldenrust for 5-1. And that is a demolishing of Dynamo Kyiv for the final time here. 5-1 against them. And that is a job well done. And the team for this Super Cup final, we're going to Stuttgart to play against Manchester United. Starts with McGonnell in goal. A backline of Cambindo, Lozano, Ikac and Krakow. Palladino and China in the middle. We've got Peter and Jean on the wings, and Shevchenko and Zeldenrust up top. As the two teams walk out here, there's our Champions League trophy. There's Man United's Europa League trophy, and in the middle, the trophy we're going to be competing for, the Super Cup trophy. I would argue it's potentially the nicest of them, lot of them, I think the Europa League trophy with all the, the flags on the bottom is quite nice. It's got an interesting shape, but I'd probably put that at the bottom. And then I think the Conference League trophy, I don't know, it's a tough one actually. Maybe because I like the shape a little bit more on the Conference League trophy with all the kind of wires, and then the Champions League trophy and the Super Cup trophy. So it's a very, very good trophy, and we would like to go and win it here today in what could potentially be I mean, and you never know really, the offer could come up at any time, and it could be, have already come up, it could be coming up in the next few games, and you wouldn't know, because when literally tomorrow we could be at the new club, we could be at Las Palmas, because when that offer comes up, we're just going to take it straight away. We're not going to wait. We're just going to go straight away and be at Las Palmas, and to end potentially on a Super Cup win, or another European trophy. This team were runners up in the last Super Cup final they played in. It would be nice to go on and do. It would be nice to go on and do, but it will be a tough game against this United team. Obviously, we're not at full strength. We're missing a few players, but also some new players. China and Peter have been really, really good when they've come into this team. They've played very, very well. Obviously, we're playing a bit more of an aggressive bit of tap football today, a bit more front-footed. There's Dmitry Popov, who's starting today, which is surprising, considering Man United's best player, when I was looking at the scout report, is actually their left back, and it's not Popov. But Popov has just played an incredible ball there. Luckily, nothing comes from that in the end. 60,000 fans in attendance today, and it looks like it's all Shakhtar fans. Look at all them in the back. They're coming in their numbers now because they know that we can win, and we do all right in these competitions, don't we? But yeah, I would like to win this trophy. It would be nice, and to go on and pick up our final trophy. The Super Cup is a bit different to all these closed tournaments and different Super Cups, because it feels like, with the Ukrainian Super Cup, it's just a closed competition. Here it is, but it's demonstrating the two best teams. It would be good if the Conference League winner and the Europa League winner played each other and then played the Champions League final winner, but that would still mean for us anyway, we'd just play the winner because we are the Champions League final winner. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see how it goes in this game. Man United have got an early goal and they're coming on the front foot here. I'm not treating it as extreme as the Champions League final, but at the same time, as I say, I would like to win it. It would be a shame if we do lose it, but we've done what we need to, and we can't complain at the end of the day. Here's Rust. He's got a cast on his hand. He's got broken hand, which is not affected his play at all. He's already opened his season with 3 goals. It would be nice to see him get into the big numbers, especially if Shevchenko leaves. He is still quite a young player and can get those goals. He's a very, very impressive player. It would be nice to see him go on and have a big goal scoring season for himself. 20 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 down. We've got a bit of momentum, we've got a bit of the ball. Are we going to create anything for ourselves? It doesn't look like it. We've got a few players returning from injury. Rudenko is back. We've also got Rodrigo, who can come off the bench, but I decided to play Peter, who's playing really, really well at the moment. And then we've also got Cortazar, who probably won't play, but he is there if we do need to play him. But United playing a really deep line here, and Popov, it allows him to just run from deep and go at them. It's a square ball in, it's cleared off the line, and luckily we survive to see this first half out if we can hold on. 1-0 to Man United here in this game. Are we going to find a goal to tie it up before half time, or is it going to be a second half job? It's a completely different game to the Champions League final. Obviously, at this point in the time, we were 2-0 up at half time, but we also had a red card, so you'd argue maybe we're in a bit of a slightly better position here in this game compared to the other games. A chance here for Man United, though. What a save that is from McGonnell, or it might have just gone straight wide, to be honest. Are we going to find anything, or is it going to be another European final loss? But if it is, and if this is the final time here in Shakhtar Donetsk, then we cannot complain. It's been very, very impressive stuff, and we have completed, at the end of the day, one of the best storylines that European football and world football has ever seen. As Jean finds himself on the ball, he finds China down the line. Zeldenrust goes back to Krakow. Lovely bit of play from these 4 down this right side. It goes infield. Palladino, China over the top. Can he find Shevchenko? He doesn't. It's mixed up at the back, and it falls to Peter here. Peter, can he look to square a ball, and it falls to Palladino. Palladino is going into the box. China is there. It's in, and that is 1-1 here in this final. It's China, or it's an own goal. Whoever scored it, we draw. We've tied this game back to a draw, back to 1-1, and it's all to play for now in this second half. Amindo finds himself out on that far side. Can we go 2-1 up here? Palladino, he's cutting in. He finds China with the shot. It's hit the crossbar. I thought that was in. How unlucky is that from him? But what a bit of play we are putting up here. Is it a corner? No, it's not a corner. It is a goal kick. 1-1 after 50 minutes. What an effort this has been in the last few minutes to build this momentum and play in this way. Man United find themselves on the ball. Can we force a mistake and send ourselves on our way to winning this Super Cup final? Will it be Man United? The shot goes in. I thought that might have just got in. Luckily, he didn't. We will look to make a few changes shortly here in this game. We've got a bit of momentum, a lot of momentum now. We need to really go and create those chances, see if we can take this trophy. Now that we've got that goal, I really would like to win it. I do definitely want to go and win it now, but we'll have to go and see. We're going to make a few changes here. We've got a lot of players on the bench who we can go and use. I think we bring Rodrigo on for Peter. He's had a good game, but I think we bring him off. I think Puchkov on for China, or do we leave China? I think we put Puchkov in the deeper role, then leave China in the advanced role. I know he's quite tired, but he has had a very good game once again. To attacking changes mainly that we've made there, we can go and strengthen that back line if we need to, as Man United find themselves on the attack. Zeldenrust gets a foot in there, but he's not able to get it clear. But the Man United coming on the attack, the shot goes in. McGonnell with a big save there to deny the Man United player. Are we going to get a late goal in this game? It's not been we've never really had too many late goals, have we, really, in our time at Shakhtar? It would be nice to get one here. Imagine those scenes. Hopefully not a Man United one. It's a ball into the far post. We never normally have to defend there, and luckily nothing comes of it. And Zeldenrust finds Rodrigo, and Rodrigo, can he beat his man? Man United trying to force this. You can see the deep line that they're playing. One thing I never do, I don't know if you can do it, is can you have Man United pass map? I don't think you can. Oh yeah, you can actually. That could be a good thing to see their shape and how we go on and attack in these games. But in the final moments of this game. It's going to be 4 minutes of added time, and it's going to be, by the looks of it, a penalty shootout. So I am going to make a change here. I think we'll bring off Krakow there and go, and hopefully that we don't concede in these final moments. It doesn't look like it. Straight to a penalty shootout, is it? No, it is extra time. I thought it would have been a penalty shootout. Apparently not. We go to extra time, and now I've just realised I've made a bit of a mistake now with that. What do we go and do here now? We'll have to tell Rudenko to go and play in that wide midfielder role. Have him as a wide centre. Well, we can't even do that. Hang on. Do we bring on Cortazar? He is a bit injured. I think we bring on Lebedev, actually. That was probably the best thing to do. But Jean in the middle there. Rudenko out wide here as his normal inverted winger role. And then we bring off, I think, we bring off Zeldenrust, actually, and go with that. And bring on Lebedev in his place. Problem resolved there, as you can see. Put him in the hole. Play like that. And I think we are we're good to go now into extra time here. 30 minutes left in this game. Are we going to find a late goal? It's going to be China, not Zeldenrust, who steps over this free kick. China with the free kick. He goes in the far corner, and it just goes over that far corner there. As you can see, what a game it's been here, though. Both teams have been involved in it. They've been in it, but the scores are still tied as it stands. It's a ball in the middle. Defending required. The header goes over the bar. No one managed to get there from our side, but it was headed over in the end anyway. We've got a 4-2-3-1, so obviously a bit of a different formation, but we've got Jean in the hole, which definitely could work out. But Man United have lots of momentum here. There's a chance for us, though, on that far side from a throw-in. Jean finds Shevchenko, but he loses out. It goes back to the Man United goalkeeper. It's a long ball. Headers need to be won here. The header won by Lozano, but it's headed back. Bit of head tennis into the path of Lebedev. In the end, Rudenko down the line. Who will he find? He goes to Lebedev, back to Rudenko into Puchkov. Can he find a ball over the top? Is there a late winner in this game for us here? Ikach into China, Jean, can he find Shevchenko? He goes out to Rodrigo instead. Rodrigo finds Shevchenko, he's through on goal. Shevchenko scores in the Super Cup final. Would you believe it? Who else but Shevchenko, number 10, captain in the Super Cup final to make it 2-1. We have completed the comeback, and are we about to win another European trophy if we can hold on? 15 minutes away from completing the job. We need to go and make some changes here and secure this back line, because we are absolutely knackered. We're going to bring off Ikach there, and we have one more change, but I don't really want to bring on Cortazar because he is not he's not fit, he's not ready to play. He's on the bench because why not? We might as well have him in the team, just so long as he doesn't play. 5 minutes away. We are about to win another European trophy if we can hold on. The final minute here. There's one final chance, surely not. We need to get this clear. It's a ball in the middle. The header goes in. It's cleared out wide, and it's Rodrigo who has to do a bit of defending. It's a ball in back post. Who's going to get there? Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, what has happened there then? We have let a free ball in at the back post in the final few seconds. There is a late equaliser for Man United. I can't believe it. We'll have to go. It's going to be penalty shootout to decide this Super Cup final. And can we go and do it? Let us go and have a look. Maybe that was just another twist in the tail for this Super Cup final. And maybe we just have to win it on penalties. The first penalty for Man United is sent the other way, and McGonnell is not able to get down. It's going to be Rudenko, I believe. Yeah, it is Rudenko up first. We did bring him on with the purpose of taking penalties. Now, usually this doesn't go too well, but I have confidence in Rudenko. Rudenko takes his penalty. It's saved. It is saved. We were seconds away. We had to defend one set piece, and they put it in the back post and scored in the final moments. Maybe Super Cups are just not for us. This would be so disappointing. The penalty is saved by McGonnell. What a save that is as well. That looked like he was going right in the roof of the net. What a save by McGonnell there. He could be our hero. We've said so many times we need him to come up on penalty shootouts. Jean with the penalty, and he sends the keeper the wrong way. We are back level here in this shootout, and you know who we've got coming up next in this shootout should it go there. It's a Man United player. Coming up next, McGonnell come up with another save. He saves it! McGonnell saves! And Yaroslav Shevchenko has the chance to put us ahead in this Super Cup final shootout. Are we about to win on penalties? Shevchenko, our captain, can he do it again for us? Shevchenko with the penalty, it goes in, and we lead in this Super Cup final penalty shootout. Forget the 121st minute equaliser, because we have gone and led in this penalty shootout. A save here and we could win it. The penalty sent the wrong way, but our next penalty, it is going to be, I don't know who's going to, is it Rodrigo? Yeah, it is Rodrigo who is going to step up with this penalty. The little man against the big man in goal. Can he put his penalty away? Rodrigo with the penalty. Where will he go? He puts it right into that bottom corner, and now the pressure's on for Man United. If they miss this penalty, Shakhtar Donetsk are going to win another European trophy, the Super Cup final, the final penalty for Man United. Are we about to do it? Are we about to beat Man United and go back to back in European finals? McGonnell, make yourself a hero. The penalty for Man United, where will it go? It goes into the top right corner. The final penalty. Who is going to take it? I think it is, I don't know who it is. Is it Puchkov? Lozano maybe? It might be Lozano. But if this, whoever it is, if it goes, we win this Super Cup final. It's China, the new signing, who's going to step up. He's had an incredible game. He's been so good for us so far. Can he put away his penalty to win us the Super Cup final? China against the Man United goalkeeper. How's your bottle, son? The penalty goes in the bottom corner. We have done it. Shakhtar Donetsk have won the Super Cup final from 1-0 down to 2-1 up, and then a last minute equaliser from Man United, and losing in the shootout. That didn't stop us, it didn't faze us, and now Yaroslav Shevchenko has got his hands on that Super Cup trophy. There it is, another European trophy, and Shakhtar Donetsk are Super Cup champions.
Oh, yeah!
So there you have it. That concludes what has been an incredible episode, and also an incredible time here with Shakhtar Donetsk. If we go and take a look at our history with the club, I don't know what would the best be. Yeah, probably here, manager time, not manager timeline actually. We'll go back to the job history. Yeah, the job history. As you can see here, in total we won. Where were we here? We're here. So 5, 8, 10, 13, 14, 17, 20, 22 trophies. That's 20 domestic trophies, 2 European trophies. We've coached some absolutely incredible players. This is the team we leave behind, and you might be wondering, why is that? Well, if we go and take a look at the inbox, we have got the Las Palmas job offer. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new time. We're going to Spain to manage Las Palmas. Thank you. Bye bye.